Hey guys, and welcome to Vlogtober day 25. So let me get my mic. Hold on. So this morning I'm going to be making some fricassee chicken. When I made the thumbnail, like I said, Jamaican Fricasee chicken. But everybody knows say a fricassee chicken name. Some people call it homestyle chicken, which I was just learning on TikTok. Some people actually still call this brown stew chicken, which this is not brown stew chicken, bro. I realize I never really know, like, understand all of the, because I realized that the difference between brown stew chicken and this chicken is actually that brown stew chicken not supposed to like sear, it's supposed to just cook down. Me never know that, because when I make brown stew chicken, I put, like, I fry it on both sides just like I'm gonna do here today, but the only difference is that I use browning in brown stew chicken. But that chicken I don't use browning. So to me, the difference was just that you put browning in a brown stew chicken, bro. But come to find out, the difference is supposed to be, according to the OG Jamaicans, when know everything, that you're supposed to not, like, you're supposed to put browning, you're supposed to not sear it, you're supposed to just cook it down. That's why it ain't brown stew. But I never know that, bro. Like, from me learn how to cook, adapt me learn, and I've just always been doing that. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to make brown stew chicken without searing the chicken. That does seem kind of crazy to me. But that's actually the way it was originally supposed to be done. Didn't know that. So then homestyle chicken, but also homestyle chicken or fricassee is different because it don't use browning, and it's kind of like the old fry and cook down idea, which kind of the same as brown stew, bro, except the browning. But this chicken is actually supposed to be the only one where fry and cook down. So I wonder if curry supposed to sear too, bro. Come and sear all of them. Like, I get that little bit of brown on both sides for all of them, then cook them down with water. This supposed to be the only one where truly fry, like truly fry. And then the cook down is like the lesser part, not the more part. So the more you know. When we learn how to cook, we never, like, nobody never really said this is this and this is this and this is this. We kind of just observe, and we are here today, some 10 years later. So I was looking at the TikToks. The only thing when we can't say I never really know is, and even so, bro, but it's supposed to have tomato, carrots, bell peppers, onions. That part was the part where it would have said more new to me, because generally would have probably only cook it down with the onion them. But it's supposed to have more like veggies, less water. But you guys are gonna see what I do. So I have the chicken. I left the skin on. Don't generally do that, but I thought I would do that today. It's gonna produce excess oil, which I will just throw off. So I left the skin on, but I clean it up. You know, chicken thigh has that thing where it have the little nastiness them in the unk right there. So I clean up that. The only part for when me gonna show no is washing it off, seasoning it up, everything really. And then once me I putting back, when me I cut up the onion, I mean when me I cut up the vegetable them for sure no, me I come back and do that on the camera so you can know what is what. So you guys, welcome to Vlogtober day 25. I do work later today, so I'm gonna go cook, jump into the shower. I'm gonna take off the wig. As you guys see, it was unbearable. While I had it on, it was so cute, and I was like, maybe I'll order another wig. Like, maybe I'll be a wig girl. Like, I put the whole hot comb and everything in my cart. Can't do it, bro. But I said I'll keep this one wig and experiment with it, dye it, pluck it, all like different type of stuff like that. But the wig girl is, y'all are hot, it alkaline, bro. That's why I had to cut my hair. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it, bro. Like, and it's funny because people at my job were like, "How are you gonna cut your hair and put a wig on?" First of all, let me make me live my life. That's the first thing. Let me make me live my life. That's the first thing. But then it's like, bro, I can't take off my natural hair and put it back on at will, bro. I can't do that with a wig. So that's why I cut my natural hair. I never want it, bro. Like, I never want it. But then with a wig, you can put it on, you can take it off. Like what I just do, bro. Just take it off, bro. And it's over. You get what I'm saying? So you can't please people. When I used to wear afro, they used to be like, "Oh, why don't you do something with your hair? Like, do something with your hair." But cut off the afro, my ear, say, "Oh, you had such beautiful hair. How could you cut your hair?" And then we'll put on a wig and them say, "Oh, how could you cut your hair and then put a wig on?" Long moment, me live my life, bro. Like, it's that simple. So I take off the wig. Last night, so uncomfortable. It hot. When I take off the wig yesterday, I feel immediately better. The woman them keep on the wig, uno strong, uno strong. But yeah. Today me I wash my ear camera. I glued it on overly good, bro. Like, it actually hurt to take off. I was surprised to see my inside still here, bro, because I glued it on overly good. So it was good. It was a pretty good learning experience. Cause I know. Me go keep on the wig for a short time. Little bit of glue, little bit of glue, little bit of glue. Little bit. Not even need the wig cap, bro. Just little glue, bro. It no man know what to do. The wig itself, even though it's synthetic, it never give me no real obviously like a tangle, bro. That's normal. Come and not spend the real money on the real wig. Nah, do it. It not gonna happen. But it was cool. It was cool, bro. It didn't give me no trouble, no problem. It was cute. I love the look. Like it was so cute. But I got to get back to what I know. You know what I mean? So, you guys, still have a debriefing upon the trip too. That's another thing that I want to do in this vlog. So, we can make the fricassee chicken. We're gonna wash our ear, get ready for work, and while somewhere in all of that, we're gonna do a trip debrief because that trip was incredible. I'm never ever telling about the parts that were most special to me. So, make go wash up, season up the chicken, and then me come back when I time for do the cook down. All right. All right, y'all. So where we are is the chicken is frying the second set. This is the first set. These out, and then I have a second set frying in there, and then I already cut up. I also put some rice to cook, and then I cut up. This is onions, bell peppers, and tomatoes. I also have some carrots that are supposed to go in last. I tried to cut them as thin as I could. Probably gonna give them another round of cutting through. So that's where we are. It's frying up pretty well. Give that maybe like 5 to 10 more minutes. Then I'm gonna throw the oil off, put all of the veggies and things. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here and just throw the rest of this on there. That's it. I'm gonna do. I wash up my few little plate. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat, okay? Because I go to work at 3. By the time I got break time pass already. I just time for work that time there. So I'm gonna make sure that I eat before I go to work. I also have a whole lot of food that I ordered from Pizza Hut last night because last night I was so low energy. I just couldn't, bro. But the food was not good. I don't know. Like when I was in Jamaica, Pizza Hut used to be where it was at. Okay. The last time I had Pizza Hut when I was here, like obviously I've been in Florida for quite some time. And the last time I had Pizza Hut, it was so good. But when I know if I become, I'm just used to it being so good. But last night when I ordered it, it was not good. And I have a whole lot of food. I have 2 medium pizzas, sweet chili wings, bread, garlic bread, all that type of stuff, bro. And I forgot yummy, bro. It costs money, but I forgot to eat it, bro. But it wasn't good. So that's what I'm gonna take with me. I'm gonna eat some of this when I finish with it, and take some of the pizza with me. I started watching The Mentalist last night. I've seen it before actually. Sometimes, as I tell you guys, I'm not a TV girl, but if my mom is watching something, I will, prop in and drop in. And so I remember some of the scenes from Mentalist, but not most of them. I've been watching that. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like on brand for the type of shows that if I'm gonna watch a show, this is the type of show I'm gonna watch. Like Sherlock Holmes is one short show. When I was like a teenager, 2 shows I could watch: Grey's Anatomy and Sherlock Holmes. Excuse me. Grey's has fell out of the running. It like the earlier seasons were definitely very good. Very, you're a teenager, you love drama and scandal, but now it just go too long, and it like no thanks. Like Grey's is still a good show. Now, not people who still like Grey's, but me just not like Grey's no more. So Sherlock Holmes though, such a good show. I ain't not have no slack. Like when they can make a show with no slack but it's good, excelente. So I've been watching The Mentalist. It reminds me of Sherlock. And I really like it so far. I don't know how far I'm really getting on The Mentalist. Just come. I don't know myself to be the type of person who can just sit down and just watch a show. Just sit down and watch a show. But it's definitely been good enough for the time that I've been watching it. So what I'm gonna do is finish up my cooking, wash up my few little plate them. I will show you guys the finished product. I cook some rice. We're gonna eat it with a little piece of lettuce also. Then we're gonna move on to showering, washing our hair, and getting ready for work. So I'll see you guys when the food is done. Bye. hour later, I did leave the chicken to simmer because I put a lot of water. I put more water than I actually needed, so it was taking some time to simmer. And like I told you guys, not simmer, but it was taking some time for the water to dry down. And I wanted to make sure I had some time to just relax before I have to be at work at 3. So I put the stove on low heat and I went to shower and wash my hair. So I just washed my hair. I just took a shower. Obviously, I'm wearing my scrubs. These scrubs I just got from my friend's mom when I was in New Jersey. So I wanted to make a point to wear them ASAP. It's like these. I'll show you guys. Give you guys a trip debrief, as I mentioned earlier. So the first thing I have to tell you guys is that that trip to New York and New Jersey was redemptive in nature. The reason why I say that is because me and my friend, we actually planned that trip last I think it was December of 2024. I don't know, but we also plan on trip one December. It had to be December of 2024. I went out there. One of the main reasons I had somebody with me when I went out there, but the main reason I went to New York that December was to see her. Somewhere along the line, she ended up not coming to meet me. We ended up not being able to see each other, and that, I'm gonna be honest, that caused a pretty major rift in our friendship. Because I was disappointed, I felt slighted. It was something that I planned and went out of my way to be available for. And like I told you guys, I went like I still had fun in New York because it's New York. I love New York. But one of the main reasons I went out there at that time was so that I could see her for the first time, meet her for the first time. We actually started being friends, I want to say, early 2023. We were supposed to meet in December of 2024. Didn't happen. Was a really big source of, like, we're both really hurt over it. It's not like she was happy while I was sad. It didn't work out. We just didn't end up seeing each other. The friendship kind of was on the rocks. Fast forward, we took some time apart from each other, separate and apart from this incident, because of, we're two women, we're friends, conflicts come up, sometimes personalities clash, and you're not able to see a middle ground. And obviously, we're in Christ. We don't want to have offense, we don't want to have constant contention, so we just decided to take some space. I will be honest, for the first time, because I always tell you guys, like, I never used to care about anybody or anything. When I was in the world, I didn't care about what friendship ended. I just never used to care about that type of stuff. No, I'm trying to unlearn that. I was an only child for 15 years. I am very used to myself. I think about myself probably more than anything else. And I'm trying to unlearn all of that. Some people call it only child syndrome, which just means you're a little selfish. And then it's obviously, I don't want to be a selfish person. The scripture talks about how it's more blessed to give than to receive. The scripture is very big on community, it's very big on fellowship, it's very big on interdependence and all that type of stuff like that. So we did take some time away from each other for a few months earlier this year, I want to say. And then I reached out to her one time because she was just on my heart heavily. So I reached out to her one time. It didn't bring about the result that I wanted. We didn't start by being friends. And then later on this year, I want to say it was maybe 3 months ago now or something, she reached back out to me and we ended up little by little starting to talk again and whatever the case may be. We both wanted to redeem the New York trip that went to heck. So we planned it. Planning also wasn't perfect this time around because we just were on different schedules. It just wasn't, it just didn't work out. The planning didn't go as we hoped, but I still went out there this time. We actually were able to see each other this time, and we're still two girls. I know that I can be a lot more patient. I know that I can be a lot less selfish. I know that I can try to be more loving and kind. That was never my strong suit, you guys, but that's not an excuse. You get what I'm saying? Like, we have to find a way to live and to relate to others in a way that's pleasing to God. And so hanging out with her, it showed me, just things about myself that I can improve. We did obviously speak a lot. We connected with each other. For the most part, the trip was incredible. It felt like there was so much joy. There was just so much joy. Like, we did so many things. We went to the New York High Line, and then we hung around in New Jersey. Like I told you guys, she wasn't available for the Saturday that I was out there, so I just hung out by myself in New Jersey that day. I went to IHOP to get some breakfast, and then by the time I finished, it was like 2 hours. I just took that time to edit because the first day I was out there, I've been editing one video every day since I've been doing Vlogtober, and my first day out there I missed my one edit. So the next day when I had the extra time, I just took that time to make 2 edits instead of one, edited 2 videos. It all worked out perfect. Needless to say, like I mentioned, there were little things where it's like, let me tell you guys, but I like structure, like I like planning, I like for everything to be figured out, I like for everything to be arranged, I like for everything to be sat out and just really straightforward. Obviously things don't always work that way. So when we were on the, like when we were trying to figure out the subway and things like that, there were some times where we weren't like finding what we needed to find and things like that. At one point I was just like, let us just go home. Like, I'm tired of walking around in circles. We don't know where we're going. You know, it's very like New York and New Jersey is a very alkaline place. Like, it's very alkaline. Like, it's a lot of walking around, finding stuff, getting on the bus, getting on the train. It's just a lot. And at some point I was really frustrated. At some point I wanted to just go home, not come to my home here, but go home to where I was staying and just finish with all of the walking up and down. But even in those moments, the Lord just I don't know what to say. I feel like the Lord just gave me, it was an opportunity for connection. And there's always gonna be, you know, like little moments and little things and things that we can work on and whatever the case may be. But for the most part, I had a really good time. There was another time that I was really annoyed and frustrated because I was hungry and I was sleepy and we were out and it was cold and it was raining and I was like, oh goodness. But I mean, all in all, I just know that some things can be avoided if I'm more patient. It's easy to look at somebody else, but really sometimes the problem would have stopped if you didn't look into yourself. You understand? So yeah, there was definitely opportunities for growth. I mean, at the first time we meet each other, I'm my own person, she's her own person, but that's not to say we can't find a proper middle ground. You get what I'm saying? And the trip highlighted those areas that we need to work on to find the middle ground with each other, so that we can both feel comfortable, both feel happy, both feel, you know, loved and all that type of stuff. So in that respect, I feel like even in that respect, there are opportunities for growth and deeper connection. When it was my last day there, my friend and her sister, they got me snacks. You guys, I thought this was so thoughtful, and you're probably like, it's just snacks. I got banana chips, Bigfoot, Tiki, snacks that I haven't seen in years. Tiki was one such snack. When I got the bag with that, I was like, where did you even find this? So it just felt, I don't know, like, I don't know, but I just thought that was incredibly thoughtful that they got me like Jamaican snacks when I was leaving. And they also got me a flower. You guys would have seen in the clip when I was traveling back home that they got me a flower. I don't think I really spoke about it much, but that was like one of the top 3 moments from the trip. If you know me, if you know anything about me, I love a flower. There's just something, I just love flowers. It's just one of my favorite things in life. So that, I think that would have been my second time. No, what? My third time. That would have been my third time receiving flowers that I didn't buy myself. And it just was so thoughtful. Come never expect nothing like me. I go away, bye later, little more. I am like that. Like, as you guys know, when I was going to her, I brought her a card. I brought her a frame of a photo that I had designed, but I don't necessarily expect people for one do nothing for me. You understand? It's always been that way. I not say nobody never do nothing for me in my life, but that's just my thing. I want to go, I want to go somewhere and bring something so people can know that, like, I was thinking about you. I wanted to make you smile. I wanted to, you get what I'm saying? But everybody's not that way. I can't expect everybody to be like you. But for me, I feel like that's one of my love languages is giving gifts. And I'm a really thoughtful gift giver. It's one of the best things about me. So when I was leaving and they got me that, I thought that was so thoughtful. I got so excited when I got the flowers because I was like, well, you guys, this is sweet. You get what I'm saying? Like, that will always be the best thing anybody can do for me is get me some flowers. I love it. I love it. So you guys, that was so sweet of them. It ended the trip on such a nice tone. Now, of course, you guys know I had a lot of delays in the airport. My flight was delayed by about 3 hours. I didn't get home until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I still had to go to work that next day. But all in all, you guys, the trip was really good. I had an amazing time. Everything was perfect, and I was looking so good too. Like the outfits, everything. Like, and her family. As I tell you guys, I've grown up an only child for 15 years. My mother just had a kid when I was 15. Even the family that I do have, Like obviously we have an extended family, and even the family I'm grow with, because at some point in my childhood I was growing with my grandma, obviously her kids, their kids. So I have people around me at some point, but I'm just not used to the level they have love and intimacy that I observed with her family. Like our people were close. You have family, and family, sometimes family are your enemy, bro. But her family just so close, so loving. I've never had that experience with family. Even my closest, family member, even people I'm live with in the same house with, I've just never had that experience of closeness and intimacy and unity with family that I observed with her. So kind of from different worlds in many respects, but I just thank God because, as I says, the opportunity for connection, for growth, and whatever our differences are, God is gonna get the glory, and God has an investment in our friendship because we both believe that God has called us to each other, to edify each other, to encourage each other, to uplift each other, to just be like I have prayed in my time for a friendship like David and Jonathan's. And I want to say that if there's any friendship that I have that's like that, it will probably be this one. Like she's the closest friend I have. I'm gonna really have, sometimes I'm gonna really feel like talk. Sometimes people reach out to me and text me and them something. I can't really bother. I can't really bother that much. But she's the closest friend I have. Talking to her, it feels effortless. It just feels like she just gets me, even though me have little ways. I'm kind of little stuck in my ways, little bit, but I'm not really stuck in a way because, of course, we're being formed and transformed, and as we seek the Lord, He's making us better and da 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 and da da da. But that's what I want to tell you about the trip, you guys. It was everything I wanted it to be and more. I feel like now that we've met each other, she kind of understand me a little more, that kind of things like that. But if we understand each other and understand the things that make each other annoyed or whatever the case may be, we can relate to each other well. So it's the first of many, meetings and encounters. I had a good time. Her family was welcoming. Everybody was cool, and it was just great. It was just great across the board. Um, but definitely like I rent a car the next time I go to New Jersey. The old bus, it's just too much. It's just too much. And I want to move to New York. So I'm gonna know how to go with the transport segment, but it was great, you guys. It was honestly great. So separate and apart from that, I did finish cooking. As I'm telling you, me left the food at simmer and go bed and wash my hair. So this is how it turned out. Rice, gravy, all of the veggies and stuff like that. I also have like 4 plates of meal prep, so and 3 more. You get the gist. Guys, I'm gonna eat this. I actually throw it back in the microwave for a minute. Okay, it's still a little warm, but yeah, that was everything, guys. I done cook now. Me I go eat, watch my episode of The Mentalist. I'm probably checking back with but probably not. I'm not really. I'm nothing else. But just I gotta work now. So thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you've been keeping up with me this entire Vlogtober. I'll see you guys soon.